Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Texans Probe. Today, of course, we're back with Drew. Today, we're just going to kind of discuss the Denver Broncos game. Obviously, a disappointing loss for the Texans. A very similar story for the Texans. It feels like this season, a lot of the losses have come almost identical ways. It feels like very frustrating, but at this point, we kind of know what this team is. It feels like you kind of have an idea of what's going to happen in a lot of these games against better teams. Not that I think Denver's all that great. They didn't play all that great in this game. They're not all that great of a team. They don't have all that great of a quarterback. I can keep going, but that
Good.
the Texans are not a very good football team. They're not one of the top half football teams probably in the league right now. I do think they win this game if CJ Stroud stays healthy. I think CJ was playing pretty well to start this game, and then really the offense in the second half of this game just couldn't move the football whatsoever. So. Um, very unfortunate of that injury, of course. Obviously, he's probably going to miss this upcoming game as well. So that's unfortunate. Kymie Fairbairn's probably going to miss this game. So Titus Howard might miss this game. So I don't know how the Texans are going to score points, but I guess
Exactly.
we'll see. I guess we'll see.
And that's the whole thing is like we know the Texans defense is good. They've been
Yeah.
good all year. People rave about the Texans defense every single week. It's like if they could just score 20 points. But guess what, guys? They cannot score 20 points. They are trying to go out there and score 20 points, but it just doesn't happen. I mean, yeah, maybe if CJ Stroud was playing in the game, they could have won, but like they also weren't running the ball well enough to open up the passing game, anyways. And
No.
then Davis Mills missed some passes, sure, but anytime you're throwing it in that situation, you're probably not going to be, superb, firing on all cylinders, anyways. So the
Mhm.
fact that they couldn't run the ball obviously really hurt it, and then probably a bad play calling game as well. Never really saw any real creativity. Never saw any adjustments, adaptions made for Davis Mills. There was nothing to do to really help him out. Even in a game where you actually got your playmakers back, they were without Nico Collins and Christian Kirk prior.
Mhm.
They come
Yeah.
back. So you do have these four talented receivers in the room, and then you also have Xavier Hutchinson, who they like, Braxton Berrios, who they like, and you have Woody Marks there, but you're still giving the ball to Nick Chubb a lot, and it just doesn't seem like they're figuring anything out. And so you can't help but feel that it's never really going to get any better for the Texans offense. And like you said, I don't know what to expect this week against Jacksonville because it just looks so awful once again against Denver. And it has nothing to do with how the defense is playing, even though they did technically allow a game-winning drive.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, the Texan defense has done plenty to win them these games. The offense has to do something for the
Yeah.
Texans to win these games. Like that's just the reality of the situation. I don't care what the defense does. Like at this point, the defense is plenty good for this team to win football games. Um, and I mean, you're seeing now, like you're coming into this week, you're going to have Ariante Harrison getting a second shot at Josh Allen, which that didn't go well the first time. Now Blake Fisher's going to get his shot at Trayvon Walker, if
Oh,
Trayvon Walker
hopefully.
doesn't get suspended. Um, because I know he threw a punch in that game. So if he didn't get suspended, then he'll probably be out there. I guess they didn't really rule out Titus Howard, so maybe he ends up playing. But I would probably bet on Blake Fisher right now. And then Davis Mills is the quarterback, so you can lose some of the athleticism as well. Like it's probably not going to be a good day for your offense, I don't think. Some of the more frustrating things that we've talked about on here, they continue. Uh, Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel, that combination literally did not have a target until the final drive on offense. They literally did not have a target. Neither of
Very
them had a target. It's really bad. Um, what else happened on offense? I think I mean Lincoln Tomlinson and Juice Scruggs continue to rotate at guard for who the hell knows why.
I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, you know
Yeah,
what you got, and you're just like admitting that they're both not good enough to be starters. Like you're just saying these are by definition rotational players because they're not good enough. And it's
yeah.
clear because there's no push up front, and it starts with your guards, and they're not doing enough.
Yeah. I don't really know why the Texans don't try to run right more. I kind of talked about this. Like, if you like your two best linemen are on the right and they always try to go between left guard and center, which is probably your two worst positions, I don't know why they continue to try to do this.
Yeah.
Like there was a couple times on the goal line where you're asking, like the Broncos will have four or five guys lined up over the center and the guard, and you try to run it at them. Like that's not going to go well. I could have told you I wasn't going to go well. We can't block 2-on-2. How do you expect these guys to go upfield and get a third guy? It's just not. It's not going to go very well. I don't think for
It
you.
hasn't worked all season. And the fact
No.
they keep doing stuff like that instead of just saying, well, let's just be creative and do something different. Dare I say, looking kind of silly, trickery, but they don't do it. They just continue to run the ball up the middle. And of course, they had the drive where they just couldn't get they couldn't get a yard. They couldn't get a yard,
No.
and that's no one was surprised by that. No one is surprised by that.
Yeah. I don't remember the last time I saw a quarterback get stood up on a sneak like Davis Mills in the second quarter of this game. That never happens. You don't ever get stood up on a sneak. Like he literally lost a yard on the sneak. I don't know how the hell that's possible, but it happened. Um, and like we talked about, they don't even block sneaks very well. They just literally like just tell CJ like pick a gap, and then like just sit there and pick one, which is not really how you're supposed to run a sneak because you're supposed to like open up a gap somewhere and you have your quarterback
Yeah,
run through it, but
the
they
gap will
can't
be
even do
plugged by
that.
somebody. Believe it or not, they do try to plug the
Yeah.
gaps. And of
So
course,
I don't know, man.
yeah, of course.
Um, this is one of the more least frustrating games for me this season, though. I'm not like this game really didn't frustrate me because I've kind of accepted what they
Right,
are,
you know what's gonna
and
happen.
like I kind of knew what was going to happen, and then the fact that there's just such a level of incompetence on the staff of who's going to play, who's not going to play. Like,
Yeah.
okay, why? Whose idea was it to give Henry To'oTo'o more snaps? Like, they're playing better without him on defense too, and then all of a sudden he plays more snaps and he goes flat-footed on RJ Harvey and just lets him run right past him. Like, why? I don't know why he plays. I really don't.
Right, because
Unless it's
after
an
EJ
obvious.
was playing,
Yeah,
EJ was clearly playing better, and we think that was Matt Burke's decision to play EJ Speed more. So then, why are you playing Toa more? Is that D'Amico Ryan's? Then try. I have no idea. It's weird.
I just don't understand if you're ever thinking three linebacker, it doesn't make sense. Like the three guys that you would have on the field if it's Speed, Aziz, and Toa, they're all run defenders. None of those guys are good in pass coverage. So like, can we give Christian Harris a shot, or even Jamal Hill, or like someone else a shot for this third linebacker spot? Because
Yeah.
AJ Speed is just a better version of Henry Toa. Like we know this. Henry Toa is a run defending linebacker that can't tackle. Like who? That's
That's not a good
useless.
combination.
That's literally useless. That's so pointless to have on. Like he is not good. I don't know why he continues to play. I don't get it. It's so bizarre. Like he literally can't cover. He literally cannot cover like a athletic running back. This has been proven plenty of times.
Oh yeah.
Tight ends too. He can't do it. He literally just cannot do it. Like I mean, RJ Harvey could have walked to the end zone. He literally could have just he could have walked. He could have walked faster than Henry To'oTo'o on that play, and
Yeah.
he would have scored. Like it was not even competitive. Like even on the broadcast, like the commentator was like, "Well, like one of I think he thought he was going to run an option route, but one of the options was going deep, and he didn't look prepared for that." So
No.
it's like, what are? It's like I don't know. I don't know what the game plan was on that. I don't know. I don't know what To'oTo'o is thinking really.
The continuous issues with Henry To'oTo'o and coverage is we're not surprised by that. But the fact that they don't try something else is weird.
Yeah.
Very,
Yeah.
very well. You know that you have, first of all, Jamal Hill played safety before at Oregon and in high school. He knows how to play pass coverage. And
Oh,
you've been
yeah.
in the building saying that he's been improving. And then also, Christian Harris, he's got to be healthy. And we know that he was good in
Yeah.
pass coverage when he was healthy.
Oh,
So,
now he's actually not healthy.
well, maybe he's not healthy now, but
Yeah. He got hurt
if he
last
was,
game, actually.
if he
He
was,
was. He was.
then you should have played one of the two of them because, in theory, they would be better in pass coverage when the other guy has continuously showed that he's not good in pass coverage. So it's just stupid that we have to say this every week. I mean, I like Henry To'oTo'o, the downhill filler. I mean, the sideline guy at times. But like you said, too many mistakes, and that's embarrassing that he's like just the clear guy now on the defense that is not providing value when you need him, and where everyone else is doing their job.
Yeah, he's totally useless. Like with the way that their team is set up right now with the linebackers that they have, he's useless. He provides nothing that they already don't. They don't have with the other guys. So I don't know. I don't know why he continues
He's
to
going to
play.
play. Unfortunately, he's going to play.
Yeah, he is going to play.
Yeah.
He's unfortunately.
Too bad.
And then we want to talk trade deadline. I'm not surprised they didn't do anything, but I just didn't understand the staying in the middle. if you're gonna just admit the season's over, then you have guys on contract that you're not that are older that can help a contending team. Even if you get a fifth back, I would do it. I would at least look into it. Like a guy like Tim Settle and Sheldon Rankins can help teams as these pass rushing defense tackles that are on 1 year deals that are older players. The season's a wash. Like
Yeah.
they're not doing anything this season. So at least have that conversation of okay, can we add a day 3 pick for one of these guys? Because if Casario is the GM still when it comes to the draft, which I don't know if he will be the GM when it comes to the draft.
He
I
would
really
be the
don't
one
know.
you think would be gone because of the way the
I would
roster.
agree. Yeah, I would agree. But let's just say he is the way that he uses draft capital, which is kind of stupid, by the way. He kind of does some stupid things with it. But
Weird.
the way that he uses it, you would think that he'd want more draft capital. And to me, I don't think the Texans are going to want to pay Tim Settle what he's probably going to get because I think he's going to get more than people think in free agency. Like he's been really good for the Texans these 2 years that he's here. So I
Yeah.
don't really think the Texans are going to want to fork over the amount of money that he's going to get because they feel like they can rotate defensive tackles and be fine.
They
They've
always
proven
want
that.
to.
They've
Yeah.
proven that. So I don't think they're going to want to pay him that. And Sheldon Rankins, maybe they bring him back, maybe they don't. I think he'd
He's
be cheaper,
old
so they
and
probably could.
can't
Yeah,
be
but
much more.
he's older. Like Folu Fatacosta's on a 1 year deal. He's lost. Like they're going to have to retool the defensive tackle room. Is kind of my point. At least at some point.
Do they like him?
And I don't get the point of keeping these guys on contract, especially when you go look at their schedule. I get they got Tennessee the week after this. Their schedule is not easy. Like they play Jacksonville and then Tennessee, which okay, maybe they could go 1-1. They could maybe go 2-0 if they
I
get
think
lucky in
they
those games. And then they go Buffalo, Indy, KC.
did.
I mean, are they
Maybe
winning any of those
85.
games? I don't
Yeah.
think they're winning any of those games. And then they get Arizona, who I'm not sure they're better than Arizona. I really don't know if they are at this point. Brissett's been looking good. I'm not sure they're better than that team. And then later on in the season, they have to play Indy again. Like, I really don't know if they're better than a lot of these teams that they're going to have to play. They're not better than Jacksonville either. And I don't think Jacksonville is that good, but they're not a better team, especially without CJ playing quarterback,
Right.
without your best lineman out there on an already bad offensive line. Will Anderson didn't practice today. Jalen Petrie didn't practice today. Why the hell are you not entertaining the idea of trying to add some draft capital for these guys? I talked to it. I would have seen what the market was for Daniel Hunter with all these linemen that were going too.
Yeah.
He's getting up there in age. You're gonna have to pay him, and you're probably not gonna want to pay him because you're gonna have to pay these other guys. To me, it just signals the fact that they can't lose out this season because the GM is afraid of losing his job. If he sells and that makes the roster worse and they lose more games down the stretch, I think Casario has to hope for them to turn it around late in the season is kind of my
He
point. And they're
does.
not going to do that if they sell.
Right.
So, if they, and I think that the other side of that is if they buy at the deadline, they traded a third for Brees Hall or they did something like that. And then they turn around and they still don't finish season well. Then Casario is definitely out because you can't spend draft capital and still be bad and then have to pay it doesn't that looks even
Right.
worse on the GM. So the way that I view it is I think it's almost if you're afraid of your job, you just don't do anything. If you're like, oh, I'm like worried about my job, like security. I think that's where you just don't do anything. I don't think you do either thing, and you just stay pat and just
Well,
pray.
he could have also spent a second or third round pick on an offensive lineman, saying, "Okay, yeah, I messed up by not addressing the offensive line. I'm going to trade for this guy, and then he's going to be here for the next couple of years. And so now I can say that I kind of tried to fix my issue." But now he does kind of seem scared because he didn't do anything, and he's praying that they play good, and they're not, and they're going to lose games because of general manager issues. Your head coach is a defensive head coach, and guess what? They're top 5 in the league in defense. So not really his fault. We know when he talks in press conferences, we kind of laugh about it because D'Amico doesn't really know too much about offense. Okay, we're fine with that. We know he's not going to be an offensive guru. But Nick Casario went out there and said, we're just going to sign Laken Tomlinson. We're going to give Juice Scruggs another chance. I like the Earth 3 pick value-wise. And I think Tyus Howard is a better tackle, and maybe you got a little bit lucky with Ingram, but the on-the-field product doesn't look good enough. And it's because of something that the general manager did. And so you certainly can't go and trade for Brees Hall and then still only rush for 50 yards in total. That would have been bad if he did that. So I'm glad he didn't do that. The only thing he really could have done to try to save his job was to get an extra offensive lineman, but he didn't do that. And now he's, like you said, I think he's just kind of hoping and praying. But I don't think
Yeah,
it's
I mean, but like you said, I think the problem, or well, like you said, I think that's a good point. I think they maybe would have tried to entertain a lineman, but I also don't know what team is trading a
oh, I
lineman
have
that's
no idea.
multiple
That's
years on
just
his contract. It's just unreal. Like that just doesn't
yeah,
happen, right? So like,
never does.
I'm sure the Texans could have wanted that to happen, but that just doesn't happen. You have to find your own lineman. Like teams don't give up good linemen
Right.
very often. It's
If you have a
rare,
good left guard, you don't
especially
trade the left
midseason.
guard.
Yeah, especially
Yeah,
midseason.
yeah,
Like it's very, very rare. And usually if they do trade a good left guard, it's an older guy. It's not a guy that's going to be around for 8, 10 years. Like that
exactly.
just doesn't really happen. So like that was kind of my point is like it didn't really make sense for them to acquire some of these guys. Like I would have been cool with like a chain like before they really had to win the Denver game.
Yeah.
Like that was the
Then,
thing.
oh my God, we got Devon A Chain. This is the perfect combination for Woody Marks, whatever. But it didn't look good. The offensive line isn't good enough for it to matter.
No, no, not at all. They can't run the ball on the goal line at all. I mean, the fact that I like British Brooks, but why are you giving it to him twice, like back to back on the goal line? Like that was the most uncreative thing in the world. You went
Exactly. It's
fullback
just
dive
really
twice.
easy to
Yeah,
penetrate the gaps against a weak offensive line, and you give it to the fullback, and instead of an explosive player in the space, it's too
I can't
easy.
explain it. I can't. I really can't explain
I
it.
really can.
Um, we can watch those goal line sequences as well. We kind of watch a lot of the third down stuff, but I almost feel like this is
We need to see
more
the short
more
yardage.
interesting for sure. The short yardage stuff. So I'll go ahead and share my screen, and we can
Yeah,
go ahead and get started with
that's where
that.
the issues that really stem from.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Um, okay, what am I doing? There we go. Oh wait, let me log in first. I forgot. Da, da, da. I know what. Now I was playing this. All right. Bum, bum, bum. Unfortunately, I really have not gotten to watch a ton of the film. I watched kind of the offense when CJ was playing, but I really don't care to watch
I
the
mean, you
film
just know
after
how bad
that.
it was. So I mean,
It's not
really,
good.
I can't really
It's
blame you
not
there.
it's not good at all, guys.
Don't put yourself through that.
The defensive film is fun. This guy's
Oh,
getting
sure.
after the pass
Always,
rushers. Very
always.
fun. It's very fun stuff. I don't know if I can sort, but like red zone. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, red
Texans.
zone offense wasn't good. Short yardage wasn't good. Third
Okay, it would
down,
be it
third
would
down
be in
was
here.
horrible, actually.
Yeah, they converted fourth third downs the whole game, and three of them were from the first two drives when CJ was in, and then Mills went 1 for 11 on third down. So that was not good.
Yeah,
Okay, here we go. So this is the first goal to go sequence right here. I know I'm not sure my screen, so let me get that
yeah.
up for y'all. There we go.
Okay.
So you have see like yeah, this is just a
To me, that's
very
just, again. I think that's just too basic.
yeah.
And yeah, you
I mean,
can
what
maybe
is
run
this?
play action off of that later,
I don't
but
even know. I don't know what you would consider this personnel. You have six linemen, two tight ends, a fullback, and and a running back. So I wonder what they're doing on offense.
right. It just
I
looks
mean,
like the line just absolutely collapses. Look at that.
I mean, Juice.
No chance.
How in the hell does Juice end up on his ass so much? He always is on the ground. He's always on the ground. Like no matter what, he's always the first lineman to hit the ground. I
Straight to the
never.
ground.
Yeah. He never. He didn't even touch anyone. He just goes to he just goes to the ground.
I don't even think once we look at the other view, I'm not sure he's even trying to cut block. So
I don't think he is. I think he just falls. He's just like clumsy. Let's see. Let's get to the other view here. Oh no! Okay, here we go.
oh boy. Yeah, I mean, it's just he's reaching and lunging, and I mean, really, the play not his fault, but looks
Yeah.
like Ed Ingram totally whiffed.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, he did. Yeah.
it was a simple slant left Broncos defensive line, and the Texans just were probably told to go straight downhill, and that's really doesn't make too much sense. They should be prepared for the line to slant.
And then second and goal, it's the same personnel,
Yeah,
same grouping.
he just kind of looks stiff there. British Brooks does. I mean that.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of running backs actually get in there. I don't hate the blocking to the left.
Yeah, the blocking's not too bad on this one, I didn't think. We can watch it from the other view as well.
I mean, could have been a great tackle from Singleton or Greenlaw. Not entirely sure.
That's Greenlaw, yeah.
Let's say Greenlaw did feel pretty damn hard.
Yeah, he did.
But at the end of the day, you do want your running back to be able to get forward and not pretty much was stood up and turned a little bit.
I'm honestly, it's kind of that was pretty close actually. he
Real
almost gets in, yeah. In real time, I honestly kind of thought he did get in, but yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell. And then third and goal. We can honestly just watch it from the other angle. The other angle is probably better. But this is what I'm talking about. This is not a front that you want to run fullback dive on.
No, nightmare.
This is not the play that you want to run fullback dive on, for sure. It just totally stood up.
Unbelievable.
I mean, Titus just got tossed. And I guess he just kind of whiffed.
Yeah.
I think I kind of flipped it. He just whiffed.
Honestly, it looks like if he stays up, like that's probably a block you need. But even like then, like look at 97.
Greenlaw.
97 gets in there. Greenlaw's there. It just looks like kind of sluggish almost by the offensive line.
Yeah. And then this is the false start on fourth and 1. I don't know why. I don't know why someone said that, like, oh, good thing he did false start because they weren't getting in. He definitely got in.
And frankly, I would have rather them just done that on first down. So
yeah, do it 4 times. I don't know why teams don't just run QB sneak 4 times from the 1.
Makes no
You're
sense.
gonna get it at a certain point.
Absolutely, he got it.
Yeah, he definitely got it. He was there for sure. Why did he false start? Oh, he just went early. I thought it was like maybe like a flinch. He just went. I don't know. And then we have. Here we go.
Just looks not even close, man.
No, not at all.
That is bad.
That was one of the worst quarterback sneaks I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Mind you, the edge rusher is not even in. Like when the ball snapped, he's literally running off the field too, and they run it to his side, and he still makes the play. Benito's like kind of come off the field.
Right.
Did he think they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? No, he must have thought they had 12. I was like, did they have 12? No, they didn't.
Yeah.
I was just kind of curious. Sometimes they'll miss that on that type of play. Not that it felt like they had 12. It was how we blocked them, but honestly, I didn't hate this play.
Yeah,
I really didn't hate it. I didn't hate this call. I didn't hate
That's
this call.
kind of what you want.
Yeah, I didn't mind this.
Maybe a little bit better block by Hutchinson would do it.
Yeah, I didn't mind this play at all. This didn't make me mad, really.
Hutchinson looks a bit hesitant in there. To
I
initially
didn't
get
even
him.
watch him. I guess he just doesn't know if he's gonna cut inside or outside. Maybe I don't
Right.
know.
But at the same time, like you need to get a little
I
push.
mean, especially on this type of play, you would think that you would just try to block down and let Nico go to the outside. So I don't
Yeah.
know because he kind of never gets to the outside. He looks like he thinks Nico's gonna come inside here, and I don't know why he would think that because you would think that this play would just be going to the outside, trying
Yeah.
to get to the pylon. So I don't know he wouldn't just like you said why he wouldn't right
Just to,
right
like get downhill. So
yeah
Nico can go outside,
or
but
like
if you're
you see him like
he's
if he gets out
waiting,
here you get
God
out here
kick that guy
because
forward.
I mean honestly that's like Schultz actually gets a good block here
Right.
like he actually gets some push on this like he did his job I don't know what Titus did I
And
mean
there is a
Titus is just
hold.
kind of
Yeah. I mean,
so yeah it's unfortunate but I
yeah.
mean not to be not super surprising not surprising with how they've performed in the
Not
red
at
zone
all.
actually.
Not at all surprising. Yeah, I mean Schultz did his job. Well,
He pushed them back, but yeah, I
the
mean,
guy.
he's still.
I just think you want Nico to be able to round and go off Hutchinson's hip, but he has to like go flat and then turn up.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, Schultz is like tapping his chest after he's like, "My bad."
Yeah.
Probably should. I guess he just didn't really finish the block. He kind of made
Right.
it and then left it.
Totally bounced off.
Yeah. Um. Okay. What else do we have? This was some. I guess this really didn't make me all that mad, but there's a couple of third downs in this game where I was a little bit like questionable. Not if you're going to be aggressive in the late game situation. I didn't get why. Like you have two opportunities here. Wait, not this one. This punt was ridiculously scared. I'm not going to lie to you. I know they had Davis Mills in the game, but you're punting from Denver's 48 on the 4th and 2. That's pretty scary. This situation, but I
Yeah,
get you have
you're
your
right
backup
when you put the
quarterback.
game away.
Yeah. I get you have a backup quarterback, but I kind of honestly think in the reverse a lot of time when people say like, "Oh, you want to punt to trust your defense." If you trust your defense, you should go for it
Yes.
because you if you don't get it, you trust them to make the stop. Not that like, "Oh, we're punting to play defense." That doesn't make sense to me. I
Absolutely.
think you trust the defense to get off the field if if you didn't get it in that situation because they're starting at I mean they're basically at midfield but they're on they're on the other side of the midfield like it's not like you're giving up insane field position especially when if you get one first down in that situation if you go pick up a first down you're in field goal range so and then you go up two
Right.
scores. So it's just like that's just kind of some of the stuff where like when D'Amico goes and pressers and talks about how like we threw the ball 3 times at the end of the game because they wanted to be aggressive, which I don't mind. I didn't mind that, but be consistent about it. Like if you're going to be aggressive, then just be aggressive in more situations. Like if you
Exactly.
because you clearly don't trust the offense, but then in that situation you did. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Um,
I agree. If you can just go like you just do it. If you do trust your defense, so then hypothetically it's okay if you turn the ball over. It's okay if you go
yeah,
3 out because you threw the ball 3 times. But then they're just
exactly.
running the ball up the middle, and then they're being scared and putting it away. So like he doesn't realize how it comes off when he says that. Is my take on his of how he talks in the press conferences.
Yeah, I don't know. Um, he essentially took back his comments today about the Nico Collins thing from earlier in the season that we've complained about for the he
Yeah.
finally realized that was a dumb comment. I don't know why my site crashed. I guess I'll just
Yeah.
reload it. But what else? I mean, we can watch the third down offense, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we
Um,
know the defense will play well. It's really just
we don't care
offense.
about. We don't need to watch the defense, really.
Yeah, not
Honestly, we
even
really
close.
don't need to. We don't need to watch that.
Defense is
We know they're
elite,
good.
and that's probably not going to change.
No, it won't.
But the
Um,
third down offense, I mean, like you said, good with Stroud, sure, just absolutely horrible once he was out.
hey, look at his own.
And then yeah, Dare's in for whatever reason. Back-to-back weeks, love it.
This happened in Seattle too, so it's 3 in a row.
Oh yeah, it's true. 3 in a row, great.
Oh.
I mean, frankly, that's the only route that's open. I mean, good read. The mechanics, still looking sharp. So
Yeah, yeah. No, his mechanics in this look really clean.
that's the
Early they
same
look.
thing we kind of saw the prior week with how it's just quick
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. He looks very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
uh the last couple games. It
Yeah.
doesn't even really matter who they're playing. That's kind of the thing with that. It doesn't really matter who they play. It's more of just the mechanics looking good and
Mm-hmm.
looking under control because it's not like the mechanics were all great against Tennessee or Baltimore, even though he was playing well. Um like I would say this is probably the best they've looked in a pretty long
Yes.
time. I mean, and this is a really high level throw too. I mean, if you want to watch this angle is
Yeah, I was
pretty.
gonna
I mean,
say
we
you
can
can
watch the route
hardly
concept,
see how
but
impressive it is. That's tight coverage. Ball gets through.
I mean, and there's a guy right in your face here.
Yeah,
You step up into that.
I mean, that's exactly what you want.
Yeah, it's a beautiful throw. And then let's see, we can watch. What is this one? Oh, I think this is the one where they ended up going for it on fourth down. We could watch that fourth down too, because actually they ran almost an identical play to what they did the week before with the sprint out left. And they ran almost the exact same concept actually, and it was pretty
Yeah,
funny because we highlighted that last one about how Hutchinson was kind of open on that one if you would have held it a little bit longer, and I think they ran almost the exact same thing. So we can
yeah,
watch that. Um, I actually kind of like the idea of like sprinting out into like flat like this, but like I would appreciate if it was someone that could actually make a guy miss
yeah.
and not Dalton
I mean,
Schultz.
this
So I
just
don't
kind
really
of seems like
get.
you're giving up there. Okay, we know this isn't going to be before the sticks, and he's not going to break it down.
Yeah, I'm not even really blaming Dalton Schultz because like I'm not expecting him to make a safety
Right.
miss in the open field, but it's just like you would think that if you're trying to do that, then that's just not like if you're
It's
trying to
such
run the
like
type of
in the fact
play.
that you're motioning out and you get the man coverage read, and you know the route's not going to the sticks. It's just like, all right, can we check out of that play? Can we get someone else involved? You know.
Oh, okay. I thought that was Dare. I was like, no, it's Christian Kirk actually. They checked out of there. But yeah, Woody's in the game here, so credit to. Yeah, it literally is the exact
Yeah,
same play. It's literally the exact same play they ran
exactly.
last week.
Yeah.
I don't know if they had the motion or whatever, but it's the same route concept to this side.
I mean, it works. I mean, natural kind of rub.
Yeah.
So that's stuff we like to see.
hmm And then we'll go back to third downs. Oh yeah, this just got blown up. There's nothing you can really do here.
Yeah.
Lakin gets walked back. Um,
Whew. Totally
yeah,
overwhelmed.
pretty good coverage too. I don't really know where to go with this ball. I guess I didn't watch Nico, but I mean, actually, you could have taken a shot to Nico for sure. There's
Yeah.
just no time. I don't even know if he's looking there. Honestly, he probably no, he never looks that
Never
way.
does.
Yeah, I think
I
it's.
mean, no, yeah,
I
no
guess
real separation elsewhere.
it's just a clear out. I guess Nico's just kind of the. And I guess I mean really the safety's kind of playing that until he's kind of reading Stroud's eyes. So I think that's Hufunga. So he's kind of looking. Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's nowhere really to go with that. Disappointing that you missed the field goal here too, because that's a very makeable field goal still.
Exactly.
Um, but you got to protect better on this. The left side's got to protect a little bit better than this, because even Ursery gets walked back here too. Um, Not like Nick Bonito is a power guy. You probably shouldn't be getting walked back by Nick Bonito, but we can watch from this angle too.
I mean, it's
I
just
mean,
to me, it's like Zach Allen isn't doing too much, but he just knows he's the better athlete, and that's why Lakin is such a. And you see the wide feet. That's the same issue I had with Shaq Mason last year.
yeah,
Such a wide base for. Oh God, God. You don't. Nobody teaches that, and he's a veteran.
yeah.
That's bad.
I don't know. And honestly, that's what's funny is I think you're actually seeing some guys like on this line develop a little bit. Like I actually think Cole Popovich is doing a good job. Like you look at Ursary and Ingram as like two guys on the line that have gotten much better as his career. I guess I mean for Ingram it's more like coming here, and then
Yeah,
for
yeah,
we already watched that. For
yeah,
Ingram it's more so coming here, and then for Ursary it's developing throughout the season. But they're definitely improving. Like I thought Ursary played pretty decently in this game for going against one of the best pass rushers in the league for a lot of the game. Um,
yeah. Definitely had no issues with Ursary, and then
yeah, yeah,
you
this is
get the
fortunate,
injury.
but I'm kind of surprised the ball's not to Schultz here. A little, I'm a little
Right,
confused by
based
that
off the
one.
read you're getting, the separation in there.
Like I get the idea that it's man. Like
Yeah, like you can
you
run.
probably could run for this, so I get it. But I'm a little surprised he wouldn't. He didn't throw it to Schultz. But I actually kind of I kind of appreciate the fact that he knows that it's man, and his first thought is like I can go get the first down with my legs because we've kind of
Yeah,
wanted that. We've kind of talked about wanting that more of that. So I
yeah,
kind of actually appreciate that from him. It's just unfortunate what happened. Obviously, I don't like I said I don't blame the Broncos DB. He's just trying to
no.
play football. I do think it probably should have been a flag, but I'm not like upset about it. Like
I mean, I
I
like
get.
honestly. I'm always for physical contact like that.
Oh
You
no,
can
I agree. I
you
think by
feel
the rule
after.
book, technically it probably should have been a foul because it's still you're hitting a sliding quarterback. But I don't hate the call. I just think it should be called evenly
No, yeah.
across the league because I think if that's certain quarterbacks, it definitely gets called.
Well, yeah, exactly. We've certainly seen that flag be thrown before.
But like I said, I don't mind, giving. I think when it comes to tackling, especially and tackling quarterbacks, it's such a hard thing for defenders. I don't mind giving them leeway here. It's not like he tried to do anything. He tried to do anything, and really the hit. It's kind of what I talked about with the Aziz thing last year. The hit's not actually what injured the guy. It's his head hitting the turf. Like it was not. The hit is not what what knocked him out. So it's just unfortunate.
Yeah,
It's just one of those things, man. It happens, unfortunately. It's part of the sport, man.
exactly.
It just happens, Don't spill my water. Um,
And then
and then
here,
here,
I'm not a really big fan of tight formations like that from the 10 yard
yeah,
line. I
yeah.
think when you have bracket zone coverage like that, it's super duper easy to just match up with the routes, and obviously no one's open.
Yeah, that route concept is not very good.
Like that is
I don't
so
know.
easy for the Broncos to communicate. Okay, I'm taking the first out. I'm taking the deeper one. We also have safety help here. You have three routes. Yeah, come on. It's hard not to laugh at that.
So you have one route to the end zone on 3rd and goal from the 10.
Yeah. And you wonder why
Like,
the guy
and
asked
Nico
today.
has literally no shot. Like, it
Plays.
does. Like, no matter what happens to Nico, it doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter like what type of coverage this is, he's not getting in the end zone. There's no way. He's running a speed
No,
out to the 5.
no.
Like at least Hutchinson's route, like okay, if he beats the man coverage, he could he
But
could
you
get
also,
into the end
but
zone.
that's my point. Is like you actually have help over there, so like
I
you
mean,
can't do that. You're breaking the rules.
look,
You're
look
not
at
understanding what the defense is going to be doing.
look at Alex Singleton. He's literally he literally has
He's just
nothing.
watching and
He has
drifting.
nothing to he can just sit on the. He has nothing else to cover.
He's like, this is
He
great.
doesn't even see Hutchinson. He's literally I think he's just spying Mills actually, or maybe he's covering. I think he's covering Dare actually. I take it back. I think he's just
Yeah,
covering Dare.
he has his eyes on Dare, and then
But the point is like he never saw Hutchinson and he covered him because there's nothing else for him to pay attention to on this
yeah.
play. Like you can't throw it to Hutchinson because he's just sitting there, but he doesn't even know Hutchinson's there.
Oh my gosh, that's
I
bad.
mean, this is I don't really. I guess I didn't really watch the protection, but it didn't really seem like this was the offensive line's fault. This was just kind of a coverage stack. Um, I mean, he had the ball for long enough. There's just nobody open. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess he kind of gets beat, but uh, well, I mean, that's just like there's nothing
No,
really
that's
Titus
not.
can do. like Schultz is like way out. He's already way too outside at that point. And I guess Mills is just like back in the pocket too far too. So it's kind of a bad combination. But there's nothing that really the offensive line can do in that spot
Yeah.
because, I mean,
I I think that's a bad play call, frankly.
yeah, I would agree.
And like I like that. That's
Yeah.
nice and easy, and that's what you want against zone coverage. You
And
have a
then,
whole shot on the left.
and you get a little return from
Yeah,
Higgins.
high low, whole shot on the left. I'll take that all day. And Ursery does a good job just kind of cutting off the edge, defending the inside.
By the way, I know it doesn't really matter because Darius not making anyone miss, but it is funny just to think that like if worst case like in this play you would want to hit the check down here because this is Woody Marks. He's probably getting 10, 15 yards. He's making
Yep,
his DB miss,
had the
but
ball go.
Darius max getting 3. So
Yeah,
it just makes no sense. But
no sense.
I
He
can't
doesn't have a
explain it.
blocking assignment, and we know the other guys can block. That's why it makes no sense.
I don't know. It's easy though. You said that's the last third down they converted the game. By the way, that's it. Did they go for it on this, or did they kick a? Oh, they did kick a field goal here again. Another
Kind
point
of
of like,
questionable.
if you're gonna be aggressive and you're gonna trust your offense, trust the offense. But I guess I don't really blame him for not trusting on 4th and 1. But again, then why do you trust the? I don't know. I just
Because he doesn't actually trust the offense.
no, I know he doesn't actually do it, but then it
Because
doesn't
you
make
can't
sense
say
to throw
that
the
at
ball.
press. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
I agree, but I'm just saying, then why do you throw the ball 3 times at the end of the game if you don't trust the offense? Because that signals actual trust in the offense. Not that I hate it. Like I don't mind the decision to do it. That's kind of my thing. But if you're gonna do that, then at other points in the game you should also be aggressive. But
right.
they weren't.
I
So
totally agree.
it doesn't make sense. That's my problem with it. I think people try to spin
And then
what I
this, I
say
know we're
sometimes.
never
Like,
going to do again after last season, and they did it again.
oh yeah, the Jalen. Yeah, asking Jalen
You've
Nolan.
got to stop
Yeah,
not accounting for numbers on screen passes.
can we just like talk about the like? Oh, we can't play Jalen Nolan because he can't block when they play Christian Kirk. Makes no sense because you don't have Christian Kirk to block.
Right.
But it's all of a sudden, no, we can't play Jalen Nolan because he doesn't know how to block. Well, maybe don't ask him to block anybody. Maybe ask him to go run routes.
He doesn't need to be blocking. He is
No,
a
he's
3-level route
it's
runner.
very funny that Jalen Nolan is clearly the second best receiver on this football team, and we're gonna act like he's not for all
Yeah.
season. He's better than Jaden Higgins. He's better than Xavier Hutchinson. He's better than Christian Kirk when it comes to actually getting separation.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's no diss to Jaden Higgins, who I actually think's been good this season when he's gotten the opportunities. Like I'm not dissing him at all.
Yeah.
I'm not dissing him at all. I know, like I was higher on Jalen Noel pre-draft. Like that was just my take. Like I thought Jalen Noel was better, not that I dislike Higgins either, but I do think Higgins has a little bit more work to do, like to refine his game a little bit. I think Noel is ready to play right now. Like he can go play. We've seen it. We literally know he can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally was the best receiver on the field in the game against the Niners, pretty clearly to me. And then Seattle, he made a lot of plays down the field. Like he just is clearly an explosive weapon the Texans don't really have. Outside of Nico Collins, their 2 most explosive players are Woody Marks and Jalen Nolan. Neither of them really play. So, I mean, that's a bigger issue to me on offense than what they do play calling wise. And I've kind of talked about this. The personnel is the much bigger concern to me. I honestly think Nick Kelly's been fine play calling for the most part. Obviously, there's certain situations where it's like this is a disaster.
It seems like the third down and short yards play calling is
but like overall, I think the bigger issue is like what is he doing, or who's making the personnel decisions? Like obviously it's partly him. It's probably partly D'Amico. Yeah, yeah, it's partly him. I mean, position coaches getting. I don't know. Like I'm just. It doesn't make sense.
Maybe the wide receiver coach is giving input.
Yeah, Because I mean, honestly, like if D'Amico's getting input on who's playing on offense, then that's just on the offensive coordinator
Never really
because that's
much.
not his job. That's not what D'Amico should be doing. Like, if Nick Haley's going to ask, "Hey, D'Amico, who should be playing at my Z spot?" Like that's not good. That's not what should be happening. Um, so I don't know, man. Why? This is like the epitome of like, why are you so condensed?
Yeah, and I keep seeing condensed formations on third down. I am so confused.
This is just not a good formation, man. This doesn't make any sense. I don't like this at all. This is like, and I mean, Mills kind of rushes his decision. Like he doesn't really have
Oh yeah,
to.
Hutchinson and Kirk are definitely going to be open on this play based
Yeah,
on the coverage I'm seeing.
and really, Nico's not really ever like
He's
gonna
not
be open
open at
on
all.
this. Yeah, so he
That's
just kind
a
of rushes this. He just
Mills
just like
problem.
I think he just predetermined he's going to Nico. Honestly, um, but I just don't like how
You can't
condensed you
do
are.
that based off of you. You don't necessarily know if Hufanga's gonna.
Yeah, they're supposed to back up for a reason, right? I mean, like
Hey,
he
they
does
gave
things
an
that.
extension for a reason. They would say though.
Yeah, that's true. Um, yeah, not great there. Not great. Not
No,
great.
horrible decision and horrible formation. Frankly,
Yeah, it's a bad formation too. What play is this? What is this? 3rd and 9. Okay. See, I don't mind this formation except
right. That's what I
get
want
this guy
to
out of the game. But
see. um,
ooh,
interesting pocket
this
management.
okay. Hold on. Wait, I forgot about this play. I forgot about this play. I was so mad watching people talk about, oh, what a throw from Davis Mills. This is the stupidest decision he made the whole game.
Yeah.
This is so stupid. This is literally one of the like this throw made me so mad because there's no benefit to this. If he misses this throw by like it's a great throw. Don't get me wrong. Like this is a great arm throw. But if you miss
Total
this throw,
interception, pick six.
it's a pick six.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even get the first down. He's 3 yards short. There's
So
no
why did he
reason to
do
do
it?
this. There's no reason to do this. This is so stupid. I
The
was
funny thing
like,
is, Schultz
why
is
are we praising him for
the
this?
best part
Schultz is
is Schultz
open.
is open. All he has to do is hitch up and to the right, step up, and throw it.
I know. This is the play where Benito fries Ursery,
Serious.
though. To be fair,
No, and he
right?
steps the
Yeah,
wrong way.
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. I didn't like. People are like, oh man, what an effort by Davis Mills. I was like, this was just stupid. Like this was just genuinely dumb.
Very.
Why would he do that? Um, I couldn't explain it. I really couldn't. I don't know why he did this. Like, bro, if you're gonna try to do this, I guess, I mean, credit to him. I guess he did put it in a good spot, but like, literally, like, there's no benefit, bro. You at this point, you should have just thrown it 70 yards out of bounds. There's literally no benefit to throwing this football.
No.
Or Benito bats this football, and then it's like,
Then you don't
I
even
mean,
know what's
you
gonna
throw it
happen.
right at his face almost. If he gets a hand on that thing, that ball's popping in the air, and you got 3 linemen. So like, I just don't know why he was like people were praising this because the thing is that if you know that if it's he gets if one thing goes wrong it's like, oh, well, why the fuck would he do that, but it's just
Exactly.
a stupid decision
Exactly. The
because
switch that you
there's
could
no
have.
gain in it. It reminds me last year when on 3rd and 8 against the Packers, Slow it called like a 4 yard out route. It's like you're either want to run the clock or get the first down. You did neither. It just doesn't make sense. Like why would you do that? That doesn't make very much sense to me. And then yeah, Nick Benito's a fucking beast, man. Honestly, like Nick Benito might be the single worst matchup for Arion Terrace in the entire NFL when it comes to pass rushers. So for for knowing that, I thought he did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, Nick Benito is like the epitome of like, okay, awesome speed rusher. Like that's
The
just not a good
questionable
matchup for him.
range from the left tackle. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just
Agreed.
that's just. Yeah, I mean, like I said, he did a pretty good job. Blake Fisher did a pretty good job when he filled in too, so I got to give him some credit because I've given him a lot of. Oh my, this was.
And then you completely missed the seam shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was like this is not all that hard of a throw. It really is not. You got a clean
Clean
pocket.
pocket. Oh my gosh.
He
Oh.
literally he literally puts it in the one spot you probably shouldn't. If
Right.
he
He
just
wanted to
throws his
leave it
football,
inside, and he totally
yeah,
places it outside.
yeah. Like he literally almost gives him a hospital ball because the safety's right there. If you like, why is this ball
No way
not
that you do that.
here?
Yeah. And Kirk is just like, there's no way you threw that ball to me right there. You can't do that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, this is a rough game for Davis Mills. And but I mean, honestly, it looks like a backup quarterback going against the top defense. That's what it looked like, and I
Yeah.
mean that's what it is. So I'm not like mad at Davis Mills about it.
But
It's
we
just
expect better knowing the experience and arm talent. So
yeah. I mean, Dari's not breaking these tackles. I don't know. Like, I mean, not. I'm not saying Woody Marks would have, but he gives you a better shot to get 4 because this is 3rd and 4. At least he could get you 3 maybe. You could kind of shake off this guy, get an extra yard, and then you could go for it. But Mm-mm.
but it's Dare.
It is Dare. Oh, my bad. I mean to click out of that. And then we get the 3rd down. I think the next one's the very last 3rd down of the
Yeah.
game. And that drive, I don't even remember what happened there. Or no, we have 2 more. And then we'll wrap this up. Why does it keep freezing on me? Oh my gosh. NFL Pro, man. They're like, don't stop watching Texans offense, please. Not
It's
it's
kind of
not good
fake,
for
but
it's not good for the health.
yeah.
I appreciate it, but
This has been happening to us for 2 years, man.
yeah.
Watching horrible Texans offense.
And at least I have Tanner Koziel.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
we lost to West Virginia though, so it's
go.
not that
I know.
great.
See, there's also that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. This too. Like,
No,
thank God this ball got batted because this is also going to be a pick. There's no way in hell this is not getting
it
picked
makes
off.
no sense for him to ever throw that ball right there.
Look at that. I think he just predetermined going there.
And by the way,
He looks
goes
to
to Nico.
Nico.
Nico's actually
Yeah.
mad he doesn't get the ball. I mean, Nico is pissed.
I mean, yeah, he's wide open.
I mean, he's NFL.
You would
open.
think that you would trust Nico Collins to win if you're running. This is some
Right.
type of
Yeah. You
RPO.
say, I'm going to throw it into
Which,
the
by the
drop
way,
zones.
the fact that you have Darian on an RPO is like the most hilarious thing in the world because nobody
Yeah,
has
they don't
any
care. They don't
nobody's
care.
concerned about it. Like, go ahead and run the football if you want to run the football. I mean, literally, like what's the distance here? 3. They're essentially just like conceding the run here. Like, I mean, the linebackers are kind of coming forward, but like you could pretty easily get 3 yards, I think, if you had Woody Marks in the game. But
Oh, look at the space. I mean, if that's actually an RPO, that's a horrible decision.
I think it is. No,
I mean, look at the hole. Are you kidding me?
it
I
looks
mean,
like an RPO. I mean, I don't think I'm wrong. It looks like an RPO, right? I mean, like look at how Darius kind of running. He's like,
yeah.
I think it is. I don't think Darius all that happy he didn't get the ball. Look at it. Look at how he turns around and
Turns
looks
around,
at
he's
Mills.
like, what? Like,
I don't know, man. Mills' decision making in this game was horrible. I don't know what he was doing. I said they don't lose this game if Stroud's playing quarterback. There's just so many mistakes in here that he just has not made the last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're just holding on to the ball. In my
Yeah, I
opinion.
didn't see if anyone was open.
I'm giving Kirk the ball there and
Yeah.
the flag or putting it in between the safety and the guy in trail technique.
Yeah.
It's got to come out. And it should. He's patting the ball.
I think he's staring at Nico the entire play. Yeah, he is.
Yep. He starts drifting too while staring at him.
And then he drifts, and then I'm assuming he's going to Higgins here.
And then you also
Right.
have that was honestly kind of a disappointing route.
By Higgins.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of gets bumped. Yeah.
So at the same time, he has the body to box him out. And so you kind of want your quarterback
Yeah,
to throw a little bit
I
low.
wouldn't have hated that decision to go there
Yeah.
too.
I still trust
For
Higgins
sure.
to catch the ball here.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of see why they had 86 yards of offense in the second half. right? I mean,
Spot on.
so
Yeah.
I mean, and that's good protection too. I mean, at some point you have to just get rid of the football. Like they can't, they're not going to pass back for. I mean, Lakin kind of gets beat, but who's surprised by that? He said he's
And
a
it's
little
just
wide
not
again.
fun. It's like Zach Allen's not doing much.
No,
I mean, active hands, sure, but Lakin is totally biting too hard and is unable to recover.
yeah, that's rough. That's rough. All right, well,
Wow.
not just not good, guys. Not good.
Not good.
All right, well, I think that'll go ahead and wrap this one up. I guess we didn't really answer the thing in the title. If we think the season's a wash, yes, the
Pretty
season's
much.
pretty much over at this point. I would say. There's still things to watch, like moving forward. Like hopefully, I think a big thing to watch is like when CJ does come back, even if they don't win, if he can continue to play like he had, these last couple of games, then there's at least some optimism. Like, okay, you got your like, the
That's
quarterback's
a
good,
guy. You have
which I mean,
pieces.
like, yeah, and I think you're gonna have some receiver talent. Like, obviously, I think Jalen Knowles is gonna be really good past the season. I think Jalen Higgins is gonna be good. Hutchinson, I think Hutchinson's the perfect receiver four on a team, but the problem is they're thrusting him into a higher role. I mean, that's
Yeah.
really the issue there. Um, and yeah, I mean, they probably should have, tight. We'll get into the offseason talk at some other point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
We're
want,
gonna
I
think
don't want to get too ahead of
offensively.
ourselves.
That's
We
obvious.
definitely we definitely want to stick to kind of
Yeah.
obviously what's going on now because
Yeah.
that there's still a lot of season left. There's still things to watch even if the season's kind of a wash from a playoff standpoint. Um, that will be interesting to watch, and then obviously we'll get into some of the draft stuff at some point because that'll be exciting. Texans will have a good draft haul because their picks will be pretty solid. And Washington is
Yeah.
awful. New York's not good, and they have their third as well. So they're going to have a lot of high picks this year, which that should be fun. We'll see. We'll see how they handle it. Obviously, we'll see who's picking with those picks. Who's the GM at this time? We'll see.
Yeah.
Because I'm not 100% convinced it's the guy that's the GM right now. Honestly. But yeah, we thank y'all for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, stay tuned for the next one. Probably sometime again Wednesday, Thursday next week. That's kind of what we've been doing the last couple, pretty much all season actually.